Antisocial 2, obviously it's a sequel to a movie that we made in 2013, basically about a computer virus, like Facebook, turning people into users, zombies. CODY CALAHAN, writer-director of Antisocial 2. When we wrote it, it was funny because we wanted to leave it open-ended to do a sequel, but we didn't think we ever would. And then when it kind of went out and got some buzz, the studio came to us and they're like, you guys should do a sequel. And it was funny because we always talked about making it, but never talked about what it would be. So when they asked us to do a sequel, it's kind of like, cool. Oh, okay, now like where is she gonna go? Because after reading a few reviews, it was like, people are like, I can't wait to see Sam go out and kill a bunch of zombies. So it started that way, and then we were like, if we just give people that, everybody's gonna expect it, so we kind of went left field with it. We didn't want to go too big, because again, we don't want to be compared to like a Resident Evil, because it's not like that. So we wanted to make sure that we got bigger in concept and some of the ideas got bigger and it was more thought out than the first one. The first one was fairly simple, but we wanted to make sure that we weren't like burning down buildings and showing vast landscapes. So we still keep it tight and claustrophobic, but the ideas are bigger. I think there was more pressure just because at one point I thought I was going to sort of write and produce with Chad, but we'd have somebody else direct it. But when I sort of signed on to direct it, it was like there was tons of pressure because it's like, well, it has to be better than the first one, especially if I'm directing it, because it's like, if we're not doing something bigger and better, then why are we making it? And that was the only thing I was like, I don't want to read reviews of being like, why did they make a sequel? So there was tons of pressure. With the success of Walking Dead and to the resurgence of zombie movies, that actually added pressure to what we were going to do, because I mean, we're not going to be a 28 Days Later, we're not going to do anything like that. So I think when me and Chad were writing and Jeff Mahar, we wanted to show the users, make sure that they were like different than zombies. So when you see the movie, it's like they react, the way they react, and then to like the computer and the way people can control them, sort of separates them. So they are zombies, they act like zombies, but there's aspects to them that make them different and not really comparable to like a Walking Dead or 28 Days Later. The way that we approach the zombies, we call them users. I think at first you'll expect them to be normal, mindless, like running after zombies, but then as the movie goes on, we add different layers of how people interact together with them and stuff, and that they're not just these mindless things. They're actually all connected, more like the Borg than a zombie. When you start building an idea, you realize that, yeah, so it is a movie about zombies, but once you're done writing, it's like, it's nothing like this movie, it's nothing like that movie. But I think as much as we say everything's been done, people are still coming out with different avenues and different ways to look at even that genre.